Okay, check this out. Lunch is being cooked. Woohoo! There's the taters. The meat's in here. Ooh, I'm not supposed to open the oven door. I'm going to show this book to YounKipper. You wanted to see this. Oh, yikes. We're talking rookie amateur hour here, people. Okay. This is the book, YounKipper. Oh, you can't see it very well. Jesus and the Dead Sea Scrolls. It has a picture of Qumran Cave number 4 up there. The Truth Behind Lock and Key, kind of a catchy little lock thing there. And it's by Klaus Berger. And then those are the famous copper scrolls on the Dead Sea Scrolls. So there's the book cover. The problem is, they sometimes change book covers, so I don't know if this will help you or not. If you happen to see this book, like I say, it's a 1995 Westminster John Knox. It might be on Amazon. It might be on, if you could Google it or whatever. But it's really good. Hey, while I'm on the subject, why not? I may as well do a little bit more about what the book says. On page 52 and 53, he's talking about from the Scrolls perspective, from the Dead Sea Scrolls, and how this relates in with the 12 tribes of Israel, for instance, and with the 12 apostles that Jesus chose in the New Testament. Kind of interesting how this number 12 keeps showing up, and the Dead Sea Scrolls themselves, the people, organize their community around the 3 high priests with the 9 other dudes, 9 other gentlemen. I shouldn't call them dudes. Hey, that reminds me. When I was in Missouri on my mission, we had a zone conference, or actually a mission-wide conference, and President Spencer W. Kimball actually showed up to that conference, the prophet of the church, man. And we had a wonderful hour-long conference or whatever. And one of the missionaries, who just happens to live here in the same town I do, here in Idaho, he's a good old Idaho farm boy, he stood up to bear his testimony. There he is, Spencer W. Kimball on the stand with our mission president and all that. This farm boy stands up there and he goes, I'm not real fancy with words like a lot of you guys are, and I don't know a whole lot. I'm just here serving a mission faithfully and all that. But he said, I have something to tell you guys. That Joseph Smith, he was one cool dude. And it took the roof off of the car. Even President Kimball laughed. That was his testimony of Joseph Smith. Wonderful guy. Anyway, that's Idaho boys for you. This idea of the 12, page 52, they're characterized as a precious cornerstone and as a foundation. Their sheer existence atoned for the godlessness in Israel. That's according to the IQS, chapter 8, verse 10. Really interesting. Their relation to Israel is clearly discernible everywhere in the Dead Sea Scrolls. And then on page 53, he says, in the first century of the BCE era, in the Dead Sea Scrolls era, a renewal of Israel has been so conceived that it begins with 12 new representatives of Israel. They were something like counterparts to the ancient 12 patriarchs and the 12 tribes of Israel and all that. See, the symbolism of the 12 tribes of Israel, each one of them, Reuben, Dan, Gad, Naphtali, Issachar, Judah, Joseph, each one of the tribes are situated with a constellation in the zodiac. So it's kind of an astrology sort of cosmological connection also. There's really cool numerological symbolisms with the number 12. It's not lost in the Dead Sea Scrolls. They had that same organization, that same principle. But here's what he says on page 53 also. He says, the symbolism of 12 stressed in the community rule in the Dead Sea Scrolls and in the Temple Scroll, this casts new light on the cultic character of the heavenly Jerusalem in Revelation, chapters 21 and chapter 22. Let's see, you got these nut job Jews, these separatists, these figures who felt Judaism had apostatized, and they did too, letting Romans appoint the high priests and all that, the Herodians and all that noise. That's Robert Eisenman's big thing, But then these guys have the same organization, and And then it comes up into the New Testament era, into the New Testament times, this book of Revelation. God and Christ as temple, and on the roll of the 12 names of the apostles for this city, whose inhabitants will have a priestly character, and so on and so forth. So anyway, just about knocked my camera over. That's more goodies out of this book. If you can get it, I can't remember where I got mine, but it's a good little book. It's only 108 pages, so... Anyway, there's an extra little bonus of the Backyard Professor Shirtale review. I hope you got a good look at that. I have no idea if it'll have this cover on it with its other printings or not, but fun little book. There you go. You're welcome. And yes, you owe me. When I come to visit you in England, you're going to show me all those wonderful stone circles, and we're going to have a good time. Woohoo!